Hello everybody, I just wanted to make this video to let you know that I just returned from the Powerlifting Nationals over in Orlando, Florida this past weekend. Originally I was planning on competing in the 83 kilo class. I got down to maybe 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds to go with a couple weeks to go before the event. And I just decided, hey, let's have fun with it. Let's not worry about weight. And so I changed my weight class and ended up going into the 93 kilo class. Needless to say, I was not very heavy because at 93 kilos you can weigh up to almost 205. And I think I went in the contest at 191. For those of you who know what powerlifting events, normally you start out with a squat, and then you go to the bench, and then after that the deadlift. I didn't have real high expectations because I had not really competed for almost 30 years, and just getting my legs and glutes back into that kind of shape. Even though I ran for years, I had not really did any lower body exercises for 29 years anyway. And so that's just totally different than just running and thinking that your legs are in shape. Anyway, it was an interesting day. The first thing that I realized when I went back to the warm-up room is everything was in kilos, so I had to convert from kilos to pounds to know what color plates to put on to warm up. And if you've never competed before, you have 3 different judges there to judge your lifts and decide if you've done that lift correctly or not. You need to get 2 out of 3 green lights. In this case, they happen to be white instead of green. If you get 2 red lights, then it's a no lift. I did perform 7 out of my 9 lifts. Were goes, and 2 of them were not. I didn't realize that after each lift is completed that you have, I believe it's 2 minutes to fill out the card to give to the person to let them know what your next attempt is going to be. On the 2 lifts that I missed were initially on the bench press. I put an easy weight on there. Did the repetition, but as I was doing the repetition, I lifted my head up about 1 inch off the bench, and so that made for a no lift. And on my last event of the day, which was the deadlift, I had been trying a new form of deadlift, and since a couple months ago I had torn my hamstring. And so instead of doing conventional, I switched over to doing the sumo. And when I was back in the warm-up room, I was talking to some guys about that. And this one guy suggested that I move the bar closer to my shins. He said, but you know, that'll improve your sumo deadlifts. He said, but you know, really don't worry about it today. You know, just do that you know, when you're practicing in your home gym. But me, being silly, I decided to go out there for my first attempt and try the closer to my shin approach, and pulled the weight easily, but ended up stumbling. And so it was a no lift. But then I came back and I was able to acquire my next 2 lifts. The biggest surprise of the day, and it's probably what you've all been waiting for, is I actually won. I became the national champ at the 93 kilo class, and it kind of stunned me. I was shocked by it, but it also encouraged me. And lo and behold, that event was Sunday, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. This basically I received as an email today. It's an invitation to the National Powerlifting meet in Panama coming up in August. I will probably decline that invitation because I need a little bit more recovery time. I also was advised that that I would receive a invitation to compete in the World Championships this year in Canada, and from my understanding, that's not coming up until October. But I did tell you that I would post the results this week, so I wanted to share the results with you and look forward to in the future putting together a few more workout videos, but this video was just for the purpose of letting you know how things went in Orlando. And as I said in the beginning, my intent to go to Orlando was just to get my feet wet. I didn't expect the results, so I certainly feel humbled by those results, but I also feel encouraged too to keep up my training. And I say that because no matter where you're at or what level you're at, I want to encourage you to continue with your training. Thank you for taking time to view this video.